Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Archive Show. This is a show brought to you by ITI Uganda. ITI is International Theatre Institute, and this is the Uganda chapter. So in the Archive Show, you know that we profile everything theatre, practitioners and activities and events, but we are looking out for all the stories of the theatre makers, people who have done theatre, people who are yet to do theatre, or people who are doing theatre. And ladies and gentlemen, today we bring to you a story of one of the best, I should say. Currently, she has done a lot of things, a lot of theatre, and want to profile her story as well, just like we have been doing, bringing you every story one piece at a time. Let me introduce you to my guest, and then we shall get down to talk to her about what she has done and who she is. Please say hi to our viewer.
Hello, I am Daisy, Phiona Owomugisha, and I'm an actor. I produce, I write, and I am a preacher of the gospel. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Daisy. Let's start from there, preacher of the gospel. What verse do you have for us today?
We're starting there.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm definitely not the best at memorizing verses, but I can tell you that the one thing that everyone should identify with is actually in John, and it says, "Me and my Father are one." So that should be everyone's identity, so long as you believe that you are a Christian and that God is your Father. Once you know that you have that identity, then I don't think you can look at anything as hard. No situation can be hard for you, because you know, if God can do it and He's in me, He's my Father, I have His DNA, so definitely nothing can fail.
Awesome. Talking about identity, today we are talking about theatre, and thank you for that verse. But now, today we are talking about theatre. What is theatre to you, if you're to give it an identity?
Theater, I don't even know whether I'll have the right words to state what theater is to me, but to me, theater is a conversation starter.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Yeah, that's the best way I can describe it. Of this is a place where you, I would say place, but not it. I don't think it's really a place. It's um, it's an art form or something. But let me just say, it is where you have a chance to express yourself a certain way, uh, talk about certain issues that maybe affect individuals, society, and then freely, without forgetting that word, freely, you freely express yourself. And in that way, there can be a conversation started. So it should be like a safe space, a safe place where you can express yourself freely, either as an individual or an ensemble, and let that start a conversation. So it should be something, I believe, personally, I feel like that it should be something that influences culture, that influences us as individuals, that expresses things that people are afraid to talk about. I guess that's how I see it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you for that elaborate explanation. I will dwell on that to go to my next question.
Okay.
I like the way you described theatre as a conversation starter, starting of something, a spark. How did theatre start a conversation with you? What was that spark? How did you know you wanted to join theatre? Or maybe how did you know that this is your calling or your thing?
Okay, definitely I would say art. You always know there's always that thing that is in your spirit. And you know that even when your legs are taking you, actually not even your legs, your parents are throwing you in, maybe let's say business or medicine or wherever, you know, I'm doing this for them, but there's something in there that is there's how can I even say it? It's more like that, you know, that animation of how the ocean was calling to Moana. You just know there's something in you that is calling you
You
to
feel
go
it.
somewhere else. So you feel it in your spirit. So for me, I would say art. I think from a young age, I knew art was there. But interestingly, I actually wanted to be a lawyer.
Okay.
From a young age, I knew I was meant to be a lawyer. And then this is something that came naturally of drama in school. It was easy for me to get lines. It was easy for me to perform. It came so easy, and you realize, there's a gift there. But now in the mature age, of course, I first joined film. Now film kept going and going, and then I get to hear of silent voices, and they were talking about this very complicated woman, Judy the Dong, and I don't know. There's something about me that just loves challenges and supposedly hard people to deal with. So I'm thinking, if they're saying she's hard, then I just want to work with her and see what's up. But I was very scared of auditioning for theater because I think the people around me made it sound like it was quite complicated. It was hard. You had to be very expressive and you have to be on stage. So I guess I chickened out. I couldn't get myself to come and audition for anything theater. But I think also when I had the courage to come, I missed the date of I mixed up the dates for the audition for Silent Voices. So I was like, okay. Then it was until 2022 there was a call for theater, but basically to go through to learn acting, movement, a training, acting, movement, and voice. So I'm thinking, okay, I've been doing this, I've been hearing Meisner, I don't know, method. And I was thinking, okay, these guys are sounding too intelligent as if, but I was like, okay, maybe it's okay for me to learn these things. It doesn't hurt to learn. So I figured, let me learn these things so that even me, when I talk about Meisner, I know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
So I decided to apply and I got in. And that was Yenze Theatre Conservatoire. So 2022 is when I actually got to have a full understanding of theatre. Plus, it was a safe way to get into theatre. I figured instead of standing on stage and I don't know what to do, let me do the training, slide in properly. And I did.
Interesting. Okay, talking about training and that preparing you for the industry ahead. You talked of something as audition.
Yeah.
What's an audition? If someone out there does not know theater or anything, what's an audition? How do you prepare for that animal called audition?
Well, the best way I can describe an audition is basically the same way you can be called to an interview for a job. So now auditions are the ones that apply to the art world, I guess. Yeah, like the art world, the acting, basically. So auditions, auditions, I don't think anyone likes auditions. Personally, I've never gotten to love auditions, but it's something that is necessary to do. Now, if I would say anyone that wants to join acting, to try acting, whether theater or television, should be open to trying out auditioning. To audition, it's actually the best way. Instead of thinking, I know Linus, maybe I should talk to Linus. I want to join. So poco for me in your corners so that I get it. I'm thinking it's okay to come out and audition. Yes, there's nerves, you will shake, you will go to the loo and pee more than unnecessary times. I mean necessary times, but it is okay. You come out and you do your best. Now, I don't know, should I talk about how you prepare for it?
Yep.
Basically, personally, I believe some auditions, there's a script already prepared for you. So you can come and read that script and then go in. But for some, actually, some, they may not have a script, but even the ones where they have a script, they may give you a chance to improvise. So for me, I think for any person that wants to try, not even try, man, if you want to come and join the industry, first and foremost, have like 3 very good monologues that are different, that at least display how good you are, especially when it comes to the emotional range. That should really, really sell you. Have 3 good monologues that you have stored up. That if I call you out today, if they call you out today, you're prepared, you have at least 1 monologue that you can do. And they should be short enough, not more than a minute.
A minute.
A minute.
That's like a page.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So have something prepared. If you come and there's a script, get into it. Get into it. And the best I can say is I've realized it's best to just, the first instinct usually works.
Okay.
When you read something, that first instinct that comes is usually it. But when you read, and then now you start reasoning with the pages and you're like, now you're getting off the actual thing. Usually. So once it comes and it falls into your spirit, go with that and enjoy yourself. Why am I saying enjoy yourself? Because there's a lot you're working against, a lot of forces you're working against when it comes to auditions. So you can't beat yourself up if you don't make it, because first, you may not be the body type they're looking for. You could have nailed it. So if you don't have a callback, if you don't get a callback, it's not necessarily that you didn't make it or you're not talented enough. It could be that you're not the skin color they want, or you're not the body type they want. There's a lot of forces. So just go, enjoy yourself, give it the best, and don't even think about, nah, I didn't do well, because it's already spilled milk. So it is okay. You may not get on that project, but someone may have spotted you and they will remember you for that audition. So come with an open mind to any audition, give it your best, trust your instincts. Yeah.
You don't like auditions, that's clear.
I do not like
but
auditions.
I am sure there are auditions you've done and gotten called back.
Yeah.
This brings me to my next question. What are those productions you've worked on so
far? If anything, even joining the training, there was an audition.
Okay.
Yeah, there was an audition. There was an audition, and I had to do a monologue from Ruined.
Ruined.
Yes,
the play. Yeah?
Yes. And I was like, okay. I was dodging theater. Now I have to audition to get into theaters. Like, this is interesting. So I went. I kept remembering that thing of theater is large. It's if here you're just doing this, then theater you have to do this. I was like, okay. So I went there, did my version of large, and I got in. But of course, the nerves were there. The nerves were there. They never go away. I don't know if there's anyone who has managed to deal with them, but I know that if, like, eventually as time goes on, you manage to mask them. You master.
How to contain yourself.
Like, you cover them, someone can't tell you're nervous unless they're really keen. But you usually, the nerves are always there.
So basically what you're saying is that every person experiences that, and experiencing that is normal.
It is normal. It is normal, because another wise person told me when those nerves come, it is okay, because that is a reminder that you need to, like, it's like an inner push that is telling you need to
rise above this.
Yeah, you need to do really well.
You're still telling us about the productions.
Yes, the productions. So I auditioned to get into ENZ, so I was pretty excited when the callback came. I did man-to-man, but for that one, I didn't actually audition.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't audition. I got a call. So I want to believe that in one of those auditions elsewhere, someone must have spotted me and said, or an audition tape, someone must have watched it and recommended. That's what I want to believe.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And actually, even for the Yenze theater class, it was a good friend of mine, Jida, Oyenbot, who first told me about it because she was in the first cohort and said once they call for the next one, go. And I know she always has my best interest at heart. So when she said it, I was like, yeah, let me try this.
Nice.
Yeah. Which other one have I auditioned for? Theater, those are the two that I have done. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man to man.
Man
You
to
knew I was going
man.
to talk about man to man.
Yes.
Your character,
Yeah.
Rukia. How did you bring Rukia to life?
Rukia is one of those characters where I first took time. But for any character to come to life, how I deal with my characters, I call them bodies because I know I have to first get out of my body to get into a different body that is not mine.
Hold on a little bit before we go to the Rukia. Maybe let's first talk about what was the story of Man to Man. What was Rukia's world?
Rukia's world, I was even going to say is because
You're still
she's
living
still
the
in
character.
there. But Rukia's world was one of a teacher. She's a teacher, she's Muslim, her family is Muslim, but then she's living with this man who is Christian, Catholic, to be exact. That's not really an ideal situation, especially for people who know that beliefs are quite a huge deal in a family setting. Because even when kids come in, then the kids will be confused. Am I with my mom's beliefs or am I with my dad's beliefs? So definitely there's going to be chaos in there somehow. So Rukia is in this world. She has this Catholic man who is content with being not even mediocre, but he is content with his poor state. He's very content whether he's earning maybe about 150 as a teacher. It's is okay. So long as he's able to go out and meet his buddies and they will buy him a beer or two, that is him, that is life. He is free, he is at peace. So he does not understand why people have to strive for so much. To him, it is stressful. Yet, Rukia's world, she's very ambitious. She's ambitious and she's thinking, if this man can really push himself to be a teacher, there's potential there, so you just need to push him a little more because as women, you have this power to I'm even going to use not even nurture, but to pump life into someone and push them where you want them to go. Not where they want, where you want them to go. So that was Rukia. She believed that this man was a project that she could get to a place where she would be like, now I have you there. That is what I want. So she was willing to mold him, to nurture him, to school him if she had to. Yeah, and that is a huge thing to take on.
Very.
Yeah, so that was her world.
Okay. Now preparation for that.
Now preparation. So for any character, what I do is once I receive a script, I read it. The first time is for me to get the story. Then now to get basically the plot, the flow. Then the second time is now to get understanding. And then the third time is now me the beginning of delving into the story to understand the relationships involved, how one character relates to another. That won't be the last read because now I'll keep reading now to get why is she relating with this character this way? What could be her motivation? And now from there, the fourth read is now when you start building and looking at the character background. Why is she let's say now Rukia, why is she Muslim and then she's with a Catholic man? Why? What could have taken her there? And then now you start building a character Bible and giving her a background. What pushed her to this kind of situation? Because we all know Muslims are conservative a certain way and they love their religion pretty well, so you can't be mixing it up and diluting it. So why is she willing to go this way? So you look at all those reasons, why this, why that, how is this environment affecting this character that I'm doing? So if it's affecting me this way, then how do I react to the people around me? So basically you dissect every statement, every word, every scene, and
before you know it, you're becoming that character from page to stage.
So you can't, you literally have to leave the peaceful, very sensible citizen Daisy and start fighting wars that are not yours. So for Rukia, and one important thing that I will say is also what really helps me, as I can't remember the person who said this to me, but that is one thing I couldn't forget of. If you want to deliver your character to the best of your ability, do not judge it.
Do not judge it.
So I would not have delivered Rukia if I judged the fact that she was sexually stabbed and she was clinging onto a man and not letting him go out. Because Daisy, I'm thinking, you can't control a man. Let the guy go. but as Rukia, I can't understand that. I'm thinking, why can't he stay home? Because I need attention. I'm a woman. I need this attention. Otherwise, why are you with me? So I can't judge her for doing that. I have to understand her. So basically, as an actor, you have to understand your character. If your character is a serial killer, understand why this person is killing. And when you understand it and you walk in their shoes, you'll be like, she was actually right to kill that man. So that's how it helps. So you never judge a character. Go in there, be in their life, in their shoes, and you really be able to deliver. Just don't judge, because once you judge, then it won't work.
Before we take a break, let me first ask this question of how your acting relates with your personal life. How, like the lessons you learn in acting that you can also apply in your real life. One of them, you talked about how you don't judge a character. I think that has something to do with real life as well.
If anything, there's a lot to learn. There's a lot to learn, because every character is not something that doesn't come with something you naturally already know. Because there's a character that is out of theater that I had to do. Actually, let me first stick to theater. My exam for Yenze Theater, I had to perform this character who was 90 years old plus, a very old woman. So I realized that the way I speak now cannot come off as a 90-year-old. So I had to, because I didn't exactly have access to old people around me at that time, I had to go and do some research and figure out how to change my voice. How to change my voice to sound like a 90-plus woman. Most of them have lost their teeth. They're starting to lose teeth at that time, or their jaws don't really expand well at that time. So I had to do that. But the person who helped me really well at the time was actually my late brother, Ronald. He told me something of imagine an old person who has lost their teeth. And it's actually an exercise we do to help us with articulation. One of those games that we do of neighbor. That. So from there, you get you get the fact that the voice is a certain way. Then now, an old person, you can't stand up straight. You're probably bent a little, and you're tired most of the time, and you're leaning onto something. So if you're this, step by step, that is how I had to go. So I had to do research. So you get to learn certain things. You get to learn how they sound. You get to learn how they move, how they behave. Are they easily irritated? Do they remember everything? Now that is one character. But the specific one where I had to really sit down and learn things that were not me, I hate politics. And I had to do this role in Honorables, where as a member of parliament, I don't watch politics. I don't follow politics. And as a member of parliament, you need to know things about the nation.
Yes, you do.
You need to know things about farming, and I do not know oil business and what. Hey, I had to read. I really had to read. And I discovered things that I was like, I didn't know this. So it helps you read where you've been lazy. You've probably been interested in reading only things related to art or something. Now you have to read factual things concerning your country, the peace in your country, the business, how the budget's being, distributed, which company is getting more, which side of the people are getting more, are the people downtown getting the money they need. So
Daisy, the human being is getting informed.
Yes, getting informed. So I learned a lot during that time, because now I had to follow up on everything that was happening in the nation. So I had to learn. If you're going to do something concerning, like my character maybe is a sick person, there's a time as a sick mother, and they didn't really specify what disease, but it was a disease that was supposedly incurable, and maybe the only other option could be surgery. So now I had to go look for diseases that are incurable, that might be cured by. So I had to go figure out. You learn a lot because you get to be anything. So if you're going to be a lawyer, you have to learn the law language. If you're going to be a medic, you have to learn that language because it's not the everyday language. So trust me, you learn a lot and you get to relate, and you're like, okay, these guys go through this. These guys go through this kind of situation. If it is there's prostitutes, they go through this. You get to learn things. You're like, okay, most of them are not there because they actually want to be there. So now you start sympathizing. Now, back to the normal Daisy, the Daisy, and a person who's, if I'm to look at a preacher who wants to reach those kinds of people, firstly, I have to understand that they don't exactly get into this because they want to. Some of them are pushed into it. Either they were sexually harassed when they were young, or that they figured that is the only way they can make quick money, and most of them want to come out. So how some of them, it's an identity crisis. So you're thinking, okay, now how do I help them discover who they are and that they are enough for them to get out of this? Yeah, so it helps you. This whole thing of jumping into different bodies and characters, it helps you understand different people and why they behave a certain way. It makes you quite empathetic. Yeah,
absolutely. This is the AKV show, and we are still talking to Daisy Phiona Owomugisha. This is a show brought to you by ITI Uganda chapter. ITI, we are an organization that deals with every theater maker out there. Are you a dancer? Are you a director? Are you a writer? Are you an actor? Everything connected to theater, we are the body that deals with that. We have very many opportunities. We have very many activities that we do as an organization. So come to us, talk to us, become a member of ITI, and all these opportunities can be unlocked to you. Shall take a 5-minute break and come back to talk to Daisy more. Thank you.